Daily Landsblog. Yesterday we were talking to Sean Miller. Today we're talking to Sean Miller as well. I changed my shirt. He changed his. I wanted to sell it like it was the next day, but he doesn't seem to really be able to understand that, right, Sean? I mean, yeah, it's like, oh my God, what am I going to say? It's a different day. Well, you know what? Let's just tell people it's not a different day. Let's just acknowledge that. How you doing, buddy?
Oh my God, that is just too funny. I thought I was going to have to lie, and I thought the show was, the dishonesty, and then that was going to cause me more moral issues, but now you pulled it off. And I wore a beautiful shirt for this one. I figured this shirt has not been worn down here because I have no purpose for it, but I wore it for you, pal.
So you've been down there for 6 weeks.
Yes.
And you still have shirts you haven't worn? That's unbelievable.
Look at this shirt. This is a shirt for like something special. And I just haven't had, this is special, so I saved it.
Special like a Landsblog vacation.
Special, yeah. And by the way, just so you know, our merchandise is available for purchase. So God forbid you ever go online and buy something to support your buddy and the people that got you back. I mean,
So my $10,000 a day here in Tampa, right, should be buying
that's a good point.
Goddamn SickNotWeak stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, you got a deal, pal.
Where
is my stuff?
Your stuff is here. Your stuff is waiting here. It's in your bedroom, the one that we made up for you to come. But tell us what it is, because you talk about this treatment. Remind us what this treatment is, why you were at this particular clinic in Tampa, why you felt like you had to drive all that way, be isolated from people that you care about and people that care about you, and spend all of this money.
Yeah. For me, I fully now, based on the science, the blood work, all the testing I've done, I have neurotoxicity. I don't have the genetics to fight to get rid of mold. I have Lyme disease, and so that is what's causing, I believe, a lot of my illness. Because the way I'll feel better than worse, it's this whole everything sort of comes on me all at once. It's not just I'm depressed, I feel gross, there's a lot of different symptoms. So this is one of the only places that does this sort of detoxing specifically for mold and for Lyme. It's one of the great places in the world for that. So that's why I came, because I couldn't find it. Sadly, in Canada, they don't really recognize Lyme, and there's no real treatment for it. So I have to pay out of pocket, this could be up to $60,000 to $70,000. I mean, it's crazy, and it just shouldn't be this way. Healthcare should be taken care of by the government, but it isn't, sadly.
And the kind of treatment that you're getting now, though, is one-dimensional, right? This is medical treatment. You have no support down there. You're not talking to a psychologist, a social worker. You don't have group meetings. You really are isolated there between you and the testing and the IV, right? Like it's you and the IV, and that's it.
That's really hard, and that's the hard part. There's really, and I've said this before, the people are amazing. People come here, with this is their last stop. They're here to die. There's a lot of people not just with depression, like ALS and Parkinson's and illnesses that are quite severe, and they're the most loving, like warm people. I guess being sick really allows people to connect, and so the people are amazing, but they're sick, and there isn't really the community. So afterwards, we all live in separate places. We don't eat together. There isn't any therapy, and for sure, that part I miss, the connection, hearing, thinking about my emotions, my feelings. That there's nothing for that. I just get the Landsblog call, which is pretty damn good. That's actually a great one, and a few other friends, but that part is missing. So I wish there was more of that, for sure.
Do you feel like you're obviously isolated there. I mean, you're physically isolated. But do you feel even when you're with people that do care about you, but that don't understand the illness, don't understand the unseen mental health issue? Do you feel like they don't get you, and as a result, no matter what they say to you, it doesn't help that much? I guess I'm saying, can you feel alone in a crowded room?
1,000%. And again, that's why it's like I want to be around a community of people who have the same experiences as me. Then I feel safe and I feel love talking to you. Again, it's amazing. My closest friends, a lot of them are so sweet and caring, but my best friend. It's hard for him to understand this. He can't. And I get it. Like, I get it that I think unless you go through this, you have to pass through this club in order to really be able to say, oh, wow, okay, I get it now. Like, and you say this and I say this too, where I wish people I know could just spend a minute. I wouldn't want them to have the pain, just a minute with what this feels like. And then they could say, I get it. But I also get why they don't get it. It makes total sense why they don't get it.
Well, you hang in there, buddy, and listen very carefully to what I'm going to say now, and don't mistake it. Listen. I love you, man, which is very different than I love you, man. Just so you know, I love you is the casual version, the non-committal version of it. It's like, hey, I love you, man.
That means a lot, buddy. Even you showed me your chest hair today. Like when you changed shirts, and I thought I was gonna have to lie and say it was our next day. You actually showed me your chest hairs. I felt loved, buddy. I felt loved. That was meaningful.
Sean Miller, sense of humor, even in the tough spot that he is. SickNotWeak.com, 24 hours a day, 364 days a year. We're here because we know that there's guys like Sean out there, like me out there, who really, really, really can use to hear a voice that gets them.